Okay, so how was my day? Well, creative wise, I got a lot done. Okay, this is going to be a gift for a birthday coming up. It says be happy. There's little bees, there's flowers in there. And I'm going to put that in a frame and it'll look spiffy for the person that gets it. Will enjoy it for years to come. Anyway, I got mail today and I've signed up for a lot of magazines. And then when I get done with my magazines, I give them to my work mom. I usually go through them and see if there's anything I want to share with my YouTube channel. And tonight, there is. So not only do we have a book review to do, but I want to share a little bit of maybe one, maybe two magazines. We'll just see how it goes. The first one is Better Homes and Gardens. It's their October issue for 2020. And I just got it today. So it does have that magazine smell to it. And we're going to go ahead and start the paper clips because I don't have anything thrilling to tell you today. We didn't have nobody to work on the house. I did dance a little bit tonight in the front room. Shh. Because that's a no-no right now. But if anything happens, it's my fault. Just saying, because I danced. But anyway, here we go. In this episode, or Better Homes and Gardens, they talk about Fright Night coming up. Halloween. It says, dust off the cauldron and tune up your broom this month. We're adding a playful, spooky touch to our Halloween decor and treats. Eerie glowing pumpkins. Join edible insect treats. A mysterious guest holds court over a ghoulish taboo. And a few quick traps put the chill in spine-chilling. Read on if you dare. It tells you here that you can spray paint a twig wreath, use the spooky feel, and stops the pumpkin from rolling when displayed on its side. So that's how you do that, like, little display here. And then it says, our bug collection, a mix of frosted cutout cookies and molded chocolate brush with a luster dust. Cute beetle copper cookie cutter is used to make those cookies. So we're moving forward here. Oh yes, I wanted to show you this. This is great for all of you crafters out there who are active. Look at this. You're going to love it. If you love fall, if you love the Halloween season, take a look at this. Okay? Now, it says the spooky details. The witchy pumpkin. A pumpkin on its side becomes a macrame character with a hooked stem nose. Carve a circle. Hold a glass carbon eye shop on Etsy or hobby stores and snag a few accessories from the costume box. The festive snacks. Check out the popcorn stores for seasonal two-tone popcorn. The Beetle Bites are candy molded turn-out chocolate creepy crawlies. Look for insect moles in the cake decorating aisle or online. A swipe of edible incandescent luster dust when they're cool gives them an almost lifelike shimmer. And then they show these little burlap bags of treats up here. These burlap bags are all treat no trick, plus an extra sweet with a DIY, that's do-it-yourself, mini broom. Step 1, for the mini broom handles, use pruners or garden shears to cut twigs into a 6-inch piece, 1 per bag. Step 2, snip smaller twigs into 2 to 3-inch pieces. Arrange several around each broom handle with a piece of waxed cording with a knot and secure with a dab of hot glue. Step 3, cut the burlap into squares, fraying the edges if desired. Gather burlap up around the treats and tie with a length of cording, leaving the ends long enough to tie the broom into each bundle. Isn't that just awesome? Like I said, you have to be really crafty and really good at crafts for this whole book, but it's really, really great. This next one, it gave me the shivers. I mean, it's a Better Homes and Garden, creepy twig wreath. It says cardboard salvaged from the recycle bin and sticks repurposed from the yard serve as the base for this hair-raising wreath. Hot glue the sticks in a sunburst pattern on a ring of carbon and tie the ribbon for hanging. The finished touches will add fox spiders, webbing, and a few artificial spiders or bugs tucked in. Look at that. That's just wicked. The next one is shrunken heads. Now this one I would actually like to do myself. It says, carve dehydrated apples, bring a bit of good-natured menace to the seasoned punch or of a cider bar. Peel and carve. Peel the apples, leaving the stems intact. Carve faces using small paring knife and or the melon baller. Then you dip and dry in a medium bowl. Combine 2/3 cup lemon juice and 2 tablespoons salt. You dip the apples in lemon juice mixture and arrange on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. You bake at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 hours. Turn off the oven, let the apples stand in the oven overnight. Chill until it's ready to use. Then you serve up the scares. You float them in mass in a punch bowl, arrange on a tray, or plunk into the mugs to give to the guests for a fright. On picking the apples, we found out that Granny Apple wrinkled the most when dried, but any variety will work. And it even has a spot that if you want to get crafty, you can use your phone, your iPhone. For more details, including a how-to video, hover your smartphone camera over this signal for a code. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? I had to share that with you. I've got more. As you can see, the paper clips. Okay. Oh, look at this entrance. Your house will be the talk of the block when you conjure up a spooky scene for Halloween night. All it takes is a few DIY tricks. Making an entrance, you can create this front yard spectacle using not much more than a globe lantern and spray paint. Take away the Halloween layer after the big night and the bones of this looking pumpkins, white mums, and lights in the trees will work all season long. Now that I like. I'll show you this. I think the mums are the prettiest part, but I'm highly allergic, but that's really cool. Okay, turning the page here. It says, not too spooky, not too cutesy, simple and graphic are the goal for this scene. Ghost in the graveyard, an extra large ghost, similar ones about $15 on Amazon.com, presides over a boneyard of pumpkins. We spray painted large fox pumpkins white and then give them faces with black craft paints. And then the black light Mr. Ghost on the outdoor floodlight was about $10. Spooky. Okay. This one's really good too. It's called Bad Moon Rising. And it says, the moon is a giant globe lantern, and it's 36 inches silk nylon, about $35 on lunabazaar.com, illuminated with an outdoor pendant light kit, about $10. The ghosts are 12 inches, $3 each, draped with cheesecloth, faces cut out on a black contact paper. A few spritzes of black paint gave the lantern moon a modded appearance like the real thing. You spray paint the edges of the cheesecloth to make the ghost look extra eerie. And somebody's knocking. For fun or for boating, you get to be the judge. This pattern for this huge door knocker, hovering your camera over the code below, cut it out, black contact paper, wrap the door in orange plastic tablecloth, stick on the knocker, and add a yellow light bulb. Ooh. I love all these eerie things for Halloween that we're showing. Let me put this up here. Okay. Now we're moving forward. Home and cleaning. I thought this was a good section in the Better Homes of Gardens. The Great Kitchen Cleanup. your top to bottom, inside out, behind the refrigerator, and all checklist to get your kitchen ready for the busy season. Start here. There is an ideal sequence for deep cleaning. Maximize your time and effort by checking off the task in this order. Follow the numbered footnotes for the detailed instructions. For the oven, prep to loosen grime. Heat a sheet of pan of water at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Cooktop, decrumb between the stove and countertop. Then microwave a heated bowl of water for 5 minutes. Exterior, remove the water and wipe down the inside. Vent the filters, vent the hood. Oven, wipe the glass front and cook cooled exterior. Then you take a break. And then it says flip for the next phase of to-dos. But we're going to flip over here to the deep cleaning details. Now, if you have an electric glass top oven, spritz with distilled white vinegar, sprinkle baking soda on the grimy spots, and then cover the top with a damp cloth, hot towels for 10 minutes. Then you wipe it clean. This is how you clean the cooktop. Okay, then if you have a gas or coil burners, soak the grates and the burners in hot soapy water. Wipe the top all-purpose cleaner, scrub off stuck on food with a paste of dish soap and baking soda. Wash, dry, and replace the grates and covers. Turn on each burner to make sure that it's dry and assembled properly. The grill or the griddle, scrub with a pumice grill brick. To decrumb around the stove, you wrap a damp towel around the butter knife into the crevices. Wipe the range sides, the dials, and check warming drawer for bits of food. To vent the filters, soak in hot water with dishwater detergent. It cuts the grease without making too much foam, which would mean lots of rinsing. And then the number 4 step, it says wipe, and when I say wipe, I mean with a damp microfiber cloth. It can pick up 99.9% of germs. The catch is easy to cross-contaminate surfaces, so fold your cloth into quarters and open a fresh side every few swipes. Limit the kitchen microfiber cloth to only the kitchen. Number 5. Don't be discouraged if you can't complete the entire room at once. Break apart the task as needed and in conjunction with your schedule. And they show at the bottom all these pros that did all these steps. But that's pretty awesome that they shared that with us. Okay, moving forward. Okay, they've got more on the list here. I think they must know my mom. When she would make her list, they were just amazing. Phase 2. It's called dishwasher, deep clean, garbage disposal, faucet, distilled white vinegar, and microfiber cloth. Inside the fridge coils and vents. Unplug the plug and pull away from the wall. Protect the floors with towels with pads. Vacuum on low. Fridge doors and sides wipe down. Cabinet doors wipe off with a soft cloth, distilled white vinegar, or Murphy's oil soap. Then you dry. The cabinet hardware, dish soap and baking sodas. Drawers and shelves, you empty, vacuum, wipe. Countertops, backsplash, wipe, sink, floors. 6. The deep washer deep clean. Place 1 cup of distilled white vinegar on the upper rack and run a hot water or sanitize cycle. Follow with a baking soda rinse. Sprinkle 1 cup baking soda across the bottom and run the rinse cycle. Step 2. If your dishwasher doesn't have a built-in disposal, it has a filter that needs monthly cleaning. Check your manual for filter's location. It could be on the bottom below the spray arm. Pull it out, brush clean with the soapy water, and rinse well, Barraza says, and wipe out the filter bracket, then reassemble. Step 3. Wipe around the door, seal with a wet sponge or cloth. Skip harsh chemicals. You don't want to dry out the rubber. Small and Cooper. Step 4. Wipe the exterior and give buttons a once-over. Check the supply of the dish, soap, and detergent. Number 7 is your garbage disposal. Now, we don't even have a dishwasher or a garbage disposal, so we don't even get to do 6 and 7. Pour a little vinegar in a cup with a baking soda and let it bubble, then run the disposal with cold water. Don't miss the disposal flaps. Those purpose is to prevent bits of food from flying out. Scrub under the flaps with a toothbrush and an all-purpose cleaner. Skip the sink for now. You'll get to it in step 10. Inside the fridge. Remove items one at a time. Toss anything past its prime. Scrub the shelves, drawers, and tracks with a food safe cleaner. The person says he likes the small force of nature appliance. It turns the top water, salt, and vinegar into a non-toxic disinfectant. The starter kit is at $70 on forceofnatureclean.com. Avoid hot water on cold shelves, they could crack. Stainless steel. Put a hot dish soap on a damp cloth. Wipe the grain dry and any water streaks with a clean towel. For shine, finish with a few drops of mineral or baby oil. Wipe with a citrus furniture polish like Pledge. It leaves a protective coating that repels dirt and fingerprints. On number 9, I don't think we're going to finish this whole book tonight, but we're getting a start anyway. So we'll do this part, and then we'll take a pause, and then we'll read more of the book, because I know everybody's been anxious for me to read more of the book. I think it's because of the way I word things. It's just, they're not married, and I don't like to think of couples that's not married having boom boom. I would like to think that they put a ring on it, so it's a lifetime adventure in order for them to have boom boom. So that's why I call it that. Anyway, back to the book. Number 9, countertops. Barzuza argues for keeping it simple. Use a damp cloth with a few drops of dish soap, then dry. If you use a sealer, now's a good time. Here are our picks for common materials. On stone, you should use granite gold sealer. On wood, you should use Booz Black Mystery Oil. On grouted tile, use the 511 Impregnator Sealer. On number 10, the sink. Porcelain, enamel, or fiberglass, use a soft sponge or cloth. Clean with a dish soap, baking soda, and warm water. On stainless steel, use Barkeeper's Friend. On 11, the floors. Do the floors last. Save yourself the redo. Don't skip sweeping. Reach under the cabinets and appliances. Do the toe kicks. Sweep, then swipe with all-purpose cleaner. Do use the right mop. For a smooth surface, use like a Swiffer because you can attach a wet or dry microfiber cloth. If you've got a large grout line, use a deck brush or reach into the pores. Do use the correct cleaner for the surface for the wood. Bone and hardwood floor cleaner, other surfaces like Mrs. Meyer's concentrate. Don't waterlog floors, especially wood ones. Odds and ends. For garbage bins, mix soapy water in the bottom, brush clean and dry. Clean the area around the bin with all-purpose cleaner. Sink window. It should have high traffic and prone to water spots, so it needs TLC. Hot pads. Launder. Spice rack. Wipe rack with containers. Replenish what's expired or running low. Storage containers. Toss damaged or unmatched pieces. Okay. I'm just going to gander at the next few paper clips. Well, I guess we can do the pumpkins. Painterly pumpkins. Put down that carving knife. We're using paintbrushes, straws, and a little electrical tape to decorate this year's crop. This is stripes. These are neat and tidy ribbons of color. They are wonderfully add the pumpkin's irregular contour. Trace the circle with a bow and used electrical tape to block out the stripes. The tape's elasticity lends itself to working around the curves. I'm not too fond of that pumpkin. With tape in place, brush on the crafts. When dry, remove the tape and do any touch-ups. Real or false? If you give your pumpkin a stemmed-down paint job, go Fox, and keep it around the next year. Consider the real thing if you want to embrace the natural colors, textures, patchy spots for the best of both worlds. Hot glue, real stems to Fox pumpkins. I don't like this one either. Okay, moving forward. This one's kind of creepy. It makes you think of a worm or a snake. This is microchemic scheming and phases the sculptural texture. And then on the other page, you stack a few for your place at work or art on a pedestal. It's an instant centerpiece with colorful forms. Use tissue paper cutouts and a lively mix of bright colors and abstract shapes. Create an energetic stained glass effect to get the look. Start with a white pumpkin, natural or painted, so the paper pieces appear more luminous. Cut a various large geometric shape, but don't worry about perfection. The randomness gives the pumpkin their sense of whimsy. Paint the pumpkin with a 2-to-1 blend of Mad Podge and water. Then apply the tissue paper shapes so they are close but don't overlap. For more inspiration, treat yourself to a Google of Henry Matisse plus paper cutouts. The squiggle lines that they gave the other pumpkin was a paper mache pumpkin all over paint job. With a matte finish craft paint line, they glued on the amoeba-like rope, quote-unquote, lines for texture. Lightly pencil on your squiggles, then apply the fabric cording bit, a hot glue gun to match the colors, just so. Dye white cotton cord to match the paint color. Find color formulas at rightdye.com/color-formulas, or mix the paint to approximate a colored cord and thick yarn. I'll show you these. I like these little colorful forms. It reminds me of like a stained glass kind of thing. It's really pretty. Okay. Color blocks and splatter. Simple but bold. This dripping technique works best with small pumpkins. Put on an inch of craft paint in the bottom of the paper bowl, mixing in the bottom of the paper bowl. A little water or so paint is fluid but not watery. Dip the gourd and gently rotate for desired coverage. Let dry on waxed paper. That's this one right here. Okay, the splatter effect. Now this one looks cool. Use leftover paint from the dip technique or mix new colors with a few drops of water. Dip and flick paintbrushes to splatter the gourd. For easier cleanup, place pumpkins in a big cardboard box before you tell your kids about Jackson Pollock. Let dry on a waxed paper, and if desired, dip the bottom on the solid color. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And of course over here it says, cover the stems before you start splattering or dipping. And then they show all of these different pumpkins. Okay, now the next one is my absolute favorite, because it's one of my favorite colors. It's blue. I have two absolutely favorite colors. It's blue and purple. Oddly enough, my mom's favorite color is blue. My grandma's favorite color is purple, so I like both. It says, if you want a video how-to this, hover your smartphone camera here to watch the how-to for the marbled pumpkin, plus the tissue paper and rope squiggle line technique. But this is the marbled way of doing it. Bright colors and texture variations give a bubble painted gourd a marbled effect. We used white painted paper mache pumpkin so the delicate paint bubbles would stick in the paper bowl. Stir together paint solution of a 4 tablespoon paint, 4 tablespoon water, 2 tablespoon dish soap. Use a straw to blow lots of bubbles in the solution and gently dip your pumpkin in the foam, working around the pumpkin between the bowls of various colors. We recommend sticking to a limited palette like this range of blues. Dry on waxed paper, then either paint the stem or hot glue a real stem. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It's just beautiful. Oh, I'll show you the little... Okay. Moving on. Oh, we don't have that much more. There's only 3 paper clips. We got this. We'll cover this one tonight, and we'll do Woman's Day tomorrow night. Plus, we've got Married at First Sight tomorrow. But anyway, Better, your guide to a happy, healthy life. For every 10-point drop in systolic blood pressure, the top number, you reduce your heart risk 47%. A reading of 120/80 is still considered normal, but a new study published in the JAMA Cardiology found that your lower your systolic blood pressure, the better. One thing that you can do, aim to limit your sodium intake to 1,500 milligrams daily. 3 million lives are saved worldwide each year because of immunizations, but 68% of adults worldwide are not up to date on theirs. Only 44% of Americans get a yearly flu shot, and only 27% have had a Tdap vaccine and or booster, which protects against tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. Go to the cdc.gov to find out what you need and when. 10% is how the domestic violence shelters currently accept pets. If you or someone you know is staying in an abusive relation for fear of leaving their pet behind, go to safeplaceforpets.org to find a pet-friendly shelter or a safe temporary home for the pet. The number 6 grams of spices in a meal can decrease inflammation. Scientists have long known that individual spices contain compounds that help reduce inflammation, but new research suggests that a blend of spices can an even stronger anti-inflammatory effect. The Journal of Nutrition reported that people who used 6 grams, about 2 tablespoons, of a mix of 13 spices commonly used in the U.S., including basil, oregano, cumin, turmeric, and cinnamon, had less inflammation than those who didn't. When you combine the spices, you can give yourself a bigger health boost. And it says masking, the skin issues or acne that appear in or around the area, chin or nose from wearing a mask. Masks are a wardrobe staple now, so you have to protect your skin by applying an oil-free lotion on your nose, your cheeks before wearing your mask. After taking the mask off, you should cleanse your gentle face wash and be sure to exfoliate 1 to 3 times a week. And this is their health page, which I'm not showing very well. Come on. Okay. That's just what I read to you. Okay. We're going to skip out on that one. I don't know why I marked that one. So, sorry, but you're not getting that. We're going to finish this up with, come on, what I should have marked, which I didn't mark. Is it in this book or the other book? I may be confused. I guess that's all the book I got marked. Okay, well, never mind me. Yeah, that finished that book. So we finished Better Homes and Garden. Tomorrow we're doing Woman's Day. Anyway, if you want more tips, go out and buy the book. It's awesome. You'll love it. Maybe they'll give me a discount for giving them such good recommendations someday. That'd be nice. Anyway, not much to report today. I worked today. And no sign of the carpenter yet. So when I danced tonight, it was very limited. Didn't want to dance too long. So I'm going to do more of the book review with you. That's next. Grandpa's doing well. Thank you for wondering. A lot of you have been asking. Doing splendid. He had a great grandparents' day. Not great Kenzie was here, so it was great grandparents. But he had a wonderful great grandparents' day. But we missed Cousin Penny as usual. In case y'all didn't hear what I said before, because she should have been here. We missed her, but her health was just not permitting. So we'll see her in the future coming up for sure. So anyway, you don't want to go anywhere, because next is the book review.